Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing this list of episode titles and descriptions brought to us by Cineseries.com for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 4, again, allegedly. Now, with that being said, again, this should all be taken as one gigantic rumor. We have episode titles and descriptions here for a bunch of Season 4 episodes. However, not sure how real this is. I'm not sure how accurate or how credible this website is. This is a French website translated to English, so obviously the translations might be a little wrong, and also the information might not even be all that legit. These random episode titles and descriptions appear online so often. When building up to a new season of Ninjago, all of this could simply just be fan-made, just appearing again on this website randomly for no reason whatsoever. So long story short, take it with a grain of salt. However, I would like to go through this list here and just talk about overall how possible these episode titles and descriptions could be to be real. Like I said though, again, take everything with a grain of salt. So starting with episode 1, The Twisted Forest, Lloyd and Aaron discover that 3 Source Dragons have left the Source Council and find a clue in the Twisted Forest, while Nia, Kai, and Jay make their way through Monsterland, or the Realm of Monsters, Land of Monsters, whatever you want to call it there. So yeah, I mean, okay, just given the first episode description here, I think this does have a very high chance to be fake, because this is something that anyone could have made up, right? Just given what happened at the end of season 3, where the Source Dragons, 3 of them have left the council. They are in a forest. Nia, Kai, and Jay might be in the Land of Monsters. Again, that's a popular fan theory. Could totally just be something that someone threw together randomly just to pass off as a description, when in reality, might not mean that much. Next up here, The Land of the Eternal, episode 2. I think this is supposed to be Wildfire. Wildfire, Frack, and Sora take refuge in the Shadow Dojo, while Zane and Pixel return to the monastery. Ras sends the Loyalist forces to distract the separated ninja. Okay, so first of all, again, Shadow Dojo popping up for this group of characters I think is very likely, just given where they were following season 3. Zane and Pixel returning to the monastery would probably happen at some point in season 4 as well. Not sure if it's going to happen in this episode. And Ras sending the Loyalist forces. Again, the Loyalist is that weird character that we got leaked many months ago. That weird rocks-looking minifigure. Apparently that character is known as the Loyalist, so I wonder if the Loyalist forces are multiple Loyalists, as in it's not just one person, or if the Loyalist forces are all of the monsters that also leaked for season 4. Who's to say? Again, could be possible, but again, just given the information that is out there, someone could have totally written this just based on that. Episode 3, The Tiger's Fur. Lord Rass's tragic backstory is revealed. Lloyd and Aaron devise a plan to escape the Crooked Forest. Kai, Nia, and Jay receive help from an old friend in Monsterland, while Frack, Sora, and Blaze, or maybe Wildfire, uncover a major clue about Lord Rass. Yeah, I could totally see that happening, maybe if they do take refuge in the Shadow Dojo. Speaking of Lord Rass, though, tragic backstory being revealed, could totally see that. I mean, we touched on it very briefly in season 2, so it could totally pop up again in season 4. Again, if the idea that Lord Rass is the main villain, if that actually does end up happening, Lloyd and Aaron escape the Crooked Forest or devise a plan to. Wonder where this Crooked Forest could be. It's hard to say. And then, Kai, Nia, and Jay receiving help from an old friend in Monsterland. Probably someone from Legends Monstrosity, or again, maybe the other Land of Monsters series, Kai's Monstrous Journey. With that being said, could be Daiden. Maybe Daiden returns and helps out Kai and Nia and Jay. Maybe Bolson. It's hard to say. Moving up to episode 4, The Mutation. Lord Rass attacks the Temple City, frees the prisoners to help him forge Source Dragon icons. The separated ninja reunite. I will say, again, Lord Rass unleashing the City of Temple's prisoners like Cinder could make sense, but the separated ninja reuniting this early, Not really sure if I buy that. That seems like something maybe that could happen towards the end of part 1 of season 4. Not so much at episode 4 itself. Again, seems a little bit early there. Episode 5, Touched by Acid. Zane and Pixel learn that the administration placed them in pods after the merge, while Ras plans his next move. Yeah, again, the administration placing them in pods could make sense, but I feel like if it's just the administration, that reveal might be a little lame. Would totally expect maybe someone else to have done that. Ras planning his next move could mean anything. I do like the idea, though, of having an entire episode dedicated to the Zane and Pixel pod mystery. Again, not so sure if I like the idea of it being the fault of the administration, but that's whatever, I suppose. Episode 6, The Third Icon. Ras forges the third Source Dragon icon and learns of the icon of movement or motion. At the monastery, the elemental monsters attack the Imperium. So Imperium coming back just after it appeared in Season 3, Part 2. Again, kind of hard to buy that. Not sure if Imperium would have another big role in Season 4 when it just had one in Season 3. Also, though, I do expect this to happen at some point, where Lord Ras does realize that the monastery houses a dragon icon and has to backtrack in order to actually acquire the thing. I do expect that to happen. Circle of Fire, Episode 7, Euphrasia escapes the Cloud Kingdom invasion. Lord Ras steals the icon of movement from the monastery. So he learns about it in this episode, but it takes him a whole episode to steal it. Again, not sure how much I buy that. And Euphrasia escaping the Cloud Kingdom invasion. The Cloud Kingdom gets invaded again? Like, why? Like what sense does that make? Is there a dragon icon hidden there or something? No idea. Doesn't really seem like that has anything of importance there. Could just be taken from another season's description. I mean, this does sound like Season 2, Part 1, so who knows? But Episode 8, 9, and 10 do not have titles or descriptions as of right now, and we just have a little excerpt here. Rise of the Dragons contains, or Season 4 contains 10 episodes. Lloyd and Aaron discover that the 3 Source Dragons have left the council, yada yada yada. Basically Episode 1's description there. So yeah, I'm not sure how much I buy this. The website also does have, Season 3 and all that, along with like actual information, but that's already out, so wouldn't really be the biggest deal in the world. However, again, I'm not sure how much I trust all of this Season 4 information. Very much sounds like just those generic descriptions that you see online all the time that people make just based on information that we have. Same thing with the titles. Anyone can make an episode title. It's not that hard to do. Anyone can make a title, and frankly, again, these descriptions don't sound like anything that is necessarily new. Not a lot of new information here. All of these descriptions could have totally have been made just given the information that we have so far. Again, not sure if I can trust this website either. They do have like legit movie information, like TV show and movie news, but I'm not sure if this is part of that. So I would say still take all of this with a very heavy grain of salt. Could be real, could be fake. I'm more so leaning towards it being fake, though. Also, not to mention, it's way too early to start receiving this type of information, especially if Season 4 is going to be coming out in April. We did not start getting episode titles and descriptions for Season 3, I think, until March of 2025, so probably a little bit too early to be getting this kind of stuff, so that's another reason why I'm more so leaning towards all of this being fake. But what exactly do you guys think about these alleged episode titles and descriptions that have appeared online? Like I said, take them with a grain of salt. Leave all of your thoughts, theories, speculation down below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We will talk to you guys again later. Peace.